what's going on, guys? Wingspan here, and welcome to another episode of our survival let's play. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I'm doing great myself, and in the previous episode we made this fantastic little starter house over here, and I just want to say thank you so much for the support for this series, and massive thank you to everyone that subscribed. We just hit 900 subscribers and we are one step closer to the 1000, so thank you so much for that. And of course, if you guys are still enjoying this series, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. And without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. So in today's episode, we're gonna be focusing on creating a little bit of a mine, because I explored all of the caves that we had, and pretty much I found nothing except of the coal and stuff. So we definitely need to start a little bit mine to upgrade our stone tools over here. So the first thing that I want to do is kinda clear out these mines over here, because we're definitely gonna use them. So that's the first thing that we need to do. And I was kind of thinking of maybe creating some kind of the cave myself, and just kind of have a nice little entrance over here, and possibly make something with the minecarts later on, because obviously I don't have a single iron to my name, so we can't really do that just now, and that's kind of the main reason why we're doing this, so I can kind of mine off camera and probably get a lot of the diamonds and stuff like that, so we can kind of progress in the series. So let me kind of clear these vines over here and get a little shape done. So I just melted a tiny bit of the stone, and I think I'm pretty happy with the shape, but I had a little idea that maybe we can use some water and create a little waterfall that kinda drops over here and actually covers the entrance to the cave. I think it would be really cool if we can like walk through the waterfall and get inside a little cave over here. So maybe that's going to look bad. I have no clue how is this actually going to look. And I think from our house, if we actually put like the waterfall over there, that would look really nice. And I think it's going to be a really cool idea to actually walk through the waterfall to get inside of the cave. But of course I don't have any water, and I'm pretty sure I only have one bucket to my name, so I have to run over here and actually get to that little pond that we found in the previous episode, and do that twice to get the infinite water source, because I only have this one bucket that we got from the little dungeon in the last episode, so that's gonna be a little bit of a problem just using one bucket. But I think we can manage to do something with that. So let me get some work over there, get the water kind of transferred to the base, and I'll be right back. That looks absolutely amazing. It is kind of wide waterfall, but look how great of an effect we get. There's a cave and it looks like it's so dark over there, but when we actually go inside, you can see it's really light, and from the inside this looks absolutely amazing. But I think this effect is really cool. Just look how amazing that looks. And I think from our house it should look also really cool, and I definitely need to do some terraforming, because I kind of have some dirt pillars over there, kind of preventing the water from spilling everywhere. But I absolutely love the effect that this creates. I think it looks really amazing. But of course I really need to kind of do a little bit more terraforming over there, and use a couple different blocks over here to kind of make this entrance look a little bit nicer. Maybe some cobblestone stairs and stuff like that. And I think that once we get like little pads and stuff, we can make this really cool, and maybe have little pads kind of to just jump across over here, but we can still swim inside, and I think this created a really nice effect. So let me kind of get some more work done over here, do a little bit of a terraforming up there, and maybe a little bit of terraforming right here, and seems like this chicken is enjoying itself. And I think I'm going to do a little bit more digging and kind of turn this cave around over there and do a little bit more work, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I did a tiny bit of the work. You can see I added some mossy cobblestone and some variation over here, and also added some stairs and slabs to kind of give it a little bit more shape. And you can kind of see inside, I'm not sure if you guys can see it because of the YouTube thing, but you can see I also added a nice little pond and a little bit of a depth to this thing. And you can see there is a lot of the mossy cobblestone kinda at the bottom, and obviously near the cave over here, because I think that's kinda natural, and I think this looks really cool. But of course, once we get like little pets and stuff like that, it would be a lot easier for us to kinda just jump around over here. But for now we can just kinda swim inside. and you can see I did a tiny bit of the work, just a little bit of the terraforming and stuff, and I had an idea to kind of have this cave kind of curve to the right, and maybe we can have a nice little area over here and have some storage for all of the different kinds of the stone and yours that we can get. I think that would be really cool. But you can see I just added some cracks using some of the cobblestone stairs over here, so you can see that turned out really nice. But of course there is still a lot more work to be done, and I am kind of going to keep the mossy cobblestone at the entrance over here just because of the water, and maybe I'm going to use some leaves and stuff, so maybe we can use some cobblestone later on in this cave over here. But of course there's still a lot more work to be done, and I need to gather some more resources. So let me kind of dig the area over there where we can set up some kind of the mine, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse, and I obviously didn't show the whole thing because this took a long time to dig, because I only have stone pickaxe to use, and this took an insane amount of the time. But as you can see, I dug out roughly kind of the shape that we're going to go for. Of course I'm going to grab some blocks and make this look a little bit better. But over here I laid 12 chests, because this is kind of going to be our storage as far as the ores and the stones go. So pretty much we can have this one over here for coal, iron, maybe gold, the lapis, redstone and diamond, and over here we can store like smooth stone, cobblestone, andesite, gravel, diorite and the granite. So I think 12 chests should look really nice over here, and that should be pretty much all we need. And later on, once we get like some redstone stuff, I'm going to automate this process. So we're going to have pretty much auto storage system over here, some coppers and stuff to kind of make that really simple and automated. So I think that would be really nice. But for now, I think I'm just going to leave this chest over here until we get the actual redstone and stuff that we need to actually pull this off. But over here I was kind of thinking maybe we can use some wood and make a little mine shaft, and go ahead and dig all the way down to the bedrock, or the level 13 I think it is for the diamonds. So I think that would be really nice. But of course there is still a lot more work for me to do. I need to kind of get rid of this granite, the diorite patches on the ceiling and on the floor over here. So let me get some work done over there, and I think I'm gonna go for this style as far as the cave go. So first things first, I need to get rid of these ugly patches over here, and then we can decorate this little cave. Alright guys, a lot of the work has been done. As you can see, I added some leaves that are kind of acting as vines, and this room is fully completed, and I may have went a little bit overboard with the leaves, but as you can see, this room is looking absolutely fantastic. I kind of copied the same design of the floor as we've had over here, and the overall shape is looking absolutely fantastic. I'm really happy, especially with these kind of spikes hanging down. And all of these chests over here are one day going to have like the item frames, and as I said, we're going to automate this in one of the future episodes. But over here is kind of where I want to set up some kind of the mine shaft, so I think that would be really nice. And I definitely need to go all the way down to the level 13, and from there I can set up a little branch mine. but I'm pretty happy with this room, so definitely let me know what you guys think of this in the comments below. If you have any suggestions or improvements, definitely let me know. But for now, I'm just going to add a couple more buttons over here, and this over here seems a little bit dark, so let's just quickly fix that. Just add a little torch over here and replace that slab right there. And there we go, there should be no mobs able to spawn over here. There's a lot of the torches underneath, like the stairs and slabs in the ceiling and over here in the floor. So I'm hoping that the mobs can spawn, because I did kinda leave a little bit of the dark spots and some shadows to kinda add to the ambient of the place, but I'm pretty happy with that. But we're just gonna go over here and add a little bit of the stone of the stone buttons, and they're kinda acting as pebbles, so I think that looks really nice. Just adds a little bit more decoration over here and a little bit more depth to the stuff. So let's just go ahead and just kinda randomly place these guys over here, and I think that's gonna do it over here. And now I wanna start working on the mineshaft, as I said. I'm still going to add a little bit more details over here, maybe some actual vines kind of hanging down and stuff like that, but I'm pretty happy with this room. So let's go ahead and start working on the mineshaft. I guess something like that could work for the entrance. Now my idea is to actually have like a block over here with the button, and have this 3 wide staircase going all the way down to the level 13, so we can have a little branch mine over there and to dig out the walls and decorate the place. But I think first step is to actually dig this 3 wide staircase all the way down to the level 13, as I said. And maybe when I get all of the items that I need and resources, we can have the railway going all the way down over there, so we don't have to walk up and down. So I think something like that could work, but as I said, first things first, we need to dig this way down. Alright guys, we made it all the way down to the level 13, and I managed to make myself an iron pickaxe, and we have 18 iron ore over here, and looks like we have some redstone over here and some more iron. And I don't know why I'm so excited about the redstone. It's like I've seen diamonds, but this is actually going to improve our gameplay a lot, because we're going to be able to automate some stuff. So let's just go ahead and grab all of this over here really quickly, and then I am going to start decorating the place. But I still have a lot more to dig, and there is a lot of the iron in this vein, and we can pretty much make ourselves a full set of the iron armor with this, which would be really amazing. But as I said, I need to dig the walls and probably the ceiling a little bit higher, and we can start decorating the mineshaft. Alright guys, so I done a little bit of the digging over here. You can see I kinda randomly dug out some of the walls over here, and looks like I missed a little bit of the iron over there, which I'm going to grab in a second. But you can see every like 5 blocks I added these support beams, which I think look really cool. And I did a little bit of stuff over here with the ceiling. You can see I just kinda did this randomly, adding some holes and stuff, some variation. So every time these 5 blocks between the support beams are gonna be different in terms of the ceiling over here, which I think looks really nice. So you can see some of it is dug out a little bit more, and looks like I missed a bit more iron over there. But as I was saying, some of them is kind of digged out a little bit more, some of them are not. So I think that just kind of adds to the whole mineshaft feel. So I just in the process of updating these support beams, as I said. So I pretty much go like 5 blocks over here, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on the 6th block, we just go ahead and build these 5 blocks up on the other side over here, and pretty much connect them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5 over here. We should be able to actually put it like there. Okay, can we jump into it? There we go. And I pretty much kind of add the little bit kinda coming across over here on the 6 block up over here. So you can see that creates a nice little kinda archway and a little bit of support pillars just to kinda keep all of this from crumbling down. And you can see I need to add a little bit of the blocks over here because at the moment this support beam is not actually supporting much. So I'm just gonna do that all the way down. There is not a lot of them left, maybe like 4 or 5 of these support beams, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I did a tiny bit of the work over here. You can see I added some different types of the stone to kinda add a little bit of the variation to the walls, and also use some oak fences to kinda prevent them from kinda crumbling down to the railway that we're gonna eventually have over here. But I think that turned out really nice. You can see we have some cracks in the walls, and that's again just to kinda give it that better mineshaft feel. And you can see there's like some caves openings and stuff like that behind the fences, which I think looks really cool. And of course I did kind of break the fences down, so it looks like a really old mine shaft, and it's kind of crumbling down. And you can see that looks really nice all the way down over here. Some of the scenery is a little bit different. Of course I used some stairs and stuff to give it a little bit more shape. And I actually decided to keep some of the granite over here to kind of give it a little bit more of the cave-like, so I didn't really transform everything that I saw over here. But you can see we have a couple openings over here at the side, and I think that looks really nice. And I'm pretty happy with how this feels, and we have like a couple more of them to go over here. So I'm just going to get that done, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, the decoration is done all the way down to the level 13, and I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. And I just want to say sorry if my voice sounds a little bit different. The part where I decorated the mineshaft has been recorded 6 hours after the initial mining of it, because I was at school, and right now when I'm recording it's getting kinda late and I'm definitely a little bit tired, but I definitely wanted to finish this for you guys. So I think this turned out really nicely, and pretty much it's ready for me to kinda go down and do a little bit of the mining. The only thing that's left for us to do is of course to get some more iron and definitely set up the railway, but of course I'm going to do that in some of the future episodes. But for now I want to go to the surface and maybe decorate our little waterfall a little bit more, because there's not a lot of the things going on over there, and I want to see what we can do with a little bit of grass and stuff like that. So let me go and get all the way over there, and we can start working on decorating the waterfall. Alright guys, so I have been kinda looking at this waterfall, and there is some ideas that I have in mind, but that's gonna have to wait because I don't have any of the resources that I need to kinda get this done. Of course I want to add some little pads and stuff like that around over here, but as I said I don't have that, and I could probably go adventuring and try to find myself a swamp or something like that, but for now we're gonna do just the things that we can. And I think that I want to kinda expand this a little bit more. Definitely maybe add a little bit of the dirt over here, because this over here does look kinda thin, and I definitely kinda want to expand this because this is after all a really large waterfall over here. So maybe just a little bit of the dirt over here to kinda make this thicker, and it's gonna allow me to pretty much expand this little pond of the waterfall over here a tiny bit more. And wow, what just happened over there? But pretty much I'm going to expand this a little bit more, maybe use a little bit of the bone meal, and maybe even use a little bit of the stone around the edges over here to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. And as I said, I'll add a little bit of the bone meal and probably add a couple of these flowers over here to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. But let me get some of the resources done and do a little bit of the work, and I'll be right back. Well guys, so I did a tiny bit of the work over here. You can see I extended the path that we have from our starter house, kinda going around to a little waterfall over here. And I have to say, this does look cool, but it's definitely not the greatest thing in the world. As time passes, my inspiration kinda passes as well, because it's getting really late and I'm kinda tired. But of course, if you guys have any suggestions on how to improve this, definitely let me know in the comments. But again, I have to say that I absolutely love the effect that this cave gives behind the waterfall. I think that we managed to do a really nice thing over here, and I'm pretty happy with the interior of our little cave over here. Again, if you have suggestions for this, also let me know. And just another little thing that I did is, as you may or may not notice, I expanded the pond just a tiny bit over here, because I think it was kinda too small because this waterfall is really big. But let's just go ahead and quickly sleep over here, and I have to say that I'm pretty happy with the progress that we managed to do in today's episode, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. But yeah guys, I think that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new. Of course, if you think that any of your friends would enjoy this type of content, make sure to share with them. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.